Chechimu olunaku lwaleero ndi ne guy wange bamuyita Bash Mutumba.
Yeah, man.
Agobera nnyo ku mikutu nga Twitter. Shout out to my guy, Kamara the Addict.
Yeah.
Chai Mukalu gang hooked me up with this Benny.
Yeah,
you can
gang.
check him out, you know, go
Good
check
guy.
out all his, all his statement t-shirts.
Yeah.
You're a graduate?
Well, I'm supposed to be, but Corona, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Makerere, of course.
Yeah, Makerere.
Yeah. Is it still a big deal going to Makerere? From your perspective?
From my perspective, I think it is a big deal going to Makerere because it's still, according to rankings and all that stuff, it's still the best.
Fourth? Fourth in Africa?
In Africa. So it's still the best university in our country. Of course, so there is nothing about that. Weaknesses zibamu here and there, but everything has a weakness. And remember, we are a third world country, so the problems in Makerere are not just Makerere problems. And I'm not just here advocating, oh, Makerere, no, I'm just saying that people should. Yeah, so and I hope to finish up my degree, graduate.
Been to
Bikambwe, Bachelor of Commerce. Yeah, and as you know, I was working full time in a very, very crucial time. So and that's the reason why I had to quit Galaxy and talk to the management and tell them, you know what, let me go back to school and handle this. Same reason. So yeah, I really hope I can finish up. I studied Bachelor of Commerce. I really see myself being an artist for like the rest of my life. Of course, I can't say my degree is not going to help me. It is going to help me, and there's a lot I've learned about taxation and all that.
Plus, since Bash Mutumba went from being just your name to a brand, and the brand becomes a company. So in some way,
my company needs my brain from the accountancy and auditing perspective. So. So
Do your parents know that you do these images?
My parents know, and as you know, they're African parents, and it's never been a very, very positive thing.
Yeah.
Especially from the relatives.
Until you buy them a car. BMW
my mother has been so supportive from like the start, but then she's a very, very staunch born-again Christian. So when the first time she saw the real BOUDOIR, she knew I was a photographer. Yeah, because like I told you, she supported everything I've done, social media. She knows everything I do.
Right.
But then the first time someone sent her my BOUDOIR images, she couldn't. Yeah, she couldn't. But we have a very strong connection, so we talked through it, and she was like, man, fine, but just be cautious, and whatever you do, just know I support you, but just be cautious in whatever you're doing and stuff. And then about my dad, well, we've been estranged for so long.
Right.
So we don't talk about personal things. Yeah. So I know he's an African parent, even though he lived in the diaspora for so long.
Right.
And he deals with such things with models, with actresses. I know he knows the things,
so
but he's still an African parent, and I know that he might not be happy about it. And well, I just hope things get better, and yeah, I just hope everything gets better.
Is it proper to say you are a nude photographer?
First off, that's not proper, and secondly, I'll try to explain what Bash Mutumba sees himself as. In general, Bash Mutumba is a writer and a content creator. That's before anything else. So I create content in general. Writing stories for blogs I've written for various people like Campus B, Big I.UG, Galaxy FM.
Whoa.
Yeah, I've created voiceovers, like voiceover artists with Galaxy back then. I do social media marketing. So yeah, I've done social media influencing for so long, basically, mainly Twitter for a start. I've done that for so long. Yeah, mainly Twitter. Now and yeah, photography. Natanika photography about 1.5-2 years ago. Poetry too. I've done poetry, writing and performance. So I'm a content creator, a creative, an artist.
As in photographer
it came later, and it evolved it all. In the end, Mutumba sigala Mutumba.
Watandika otya photography nti waliwo mumatira nnyo kamera oba olinga nze nti nali awo nga siina kyakukola just nenjagala kamera nentandika okukola ebyettabu nenfuna zi tutorial za YouTube.
Well, entandikwa teyali sali excited about starting photography per se because nali nkola ku radio nga yangambye ku Galaxy and I was doing about 3 different things there. I was editing stories and writing stories, nga nkola adverts, voiceovers is running ku radio,
right,
nga handling on social media, everything.
Galaxy.
So, I was the digital guy. Ekyo nali nga nkyakola ku Galaxy, nali naawo personalities nga bandi, so Galaxy ine ebivulu bingi, smiles zina social, zina this and that.
Right.
So nga wetubeerayo waliwo cameras, so tewali muntu nga tewali nnyo bantu bali excited about taking photos and stuff, and then nali nsobola operating a camera, so I was there and I was like, let me just take random photos of the on-air personalities of crowds, of musicians and stuff when they come over. Nembikubanga, nembisharinga ne personalities, nemga yeah mosh, nakubya akafaananyiko kaako. Oh, but you are man. Nalebo, oh, Marriott,
right.
So, and they were like, but Pash, Nadala Ashraf, the manager, and all of them, then Nalebo, Marriott, and who, Pash, why don't you start photography like on a professional level? We need the chindu change just in time. But then afterwards, I felt like I needed to make my photos better before even thinking of monetizing them, making them better. And then I go to YouTube, and I got tutorials of like retouching, skin retouching, things like that, eyes, coloring, and all that. I do the very same thing. And I edit them well and send them over. Like that, getting better with time. Yeah, so then after, when school became so hard on me,
right,
because it was a full-time job, and I decided to like quit, I said photography will be something that I'll do on my own together with the influencing,
right,
because it's my own gig. See, walito so agamba boss intencha sijao manyika nsome kubitao.
Right.
Now your own thing like photography, you can tell the client, I'm not available tomorrow. Can we shoot the following day?
Right.
But that's why I decided to go back and handle school. Photography on the wire, and just like that I started up, and I was mentored by my very good friend Oscar Ntege. I started like chilling with him.
Shout out to you, Oscar.
Shout out Oscar Ntege. So I used to chill with him a lot, and he's actually the very person that told me about Bash. You've done influencing, and you're trying to do photography now. But why don't you try boudoir? And I was always like, Oscar, now it was why? I see that you're really good at this. You've tried to do it, and you can do boudoir. Why don't you? So then, in the end, let me try it out. Since Oscar, you've said, let me just try it out. So I tried it out. The first time, the second time, third time, and the rest is history.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that experience, and also tell us more about what areas has boudoir, is that what you call it?
Yeah, boudoir.
Yeah, is that what areas has it taken you? Like, what countries have you traveled to just for this?
Well, I'm not well traveled first off, but I'll talk about Kenya for a start. Kenya was the first country I went to, and what I had in mind, apart from the vacation and enjoying the scenery, was shooting from there, because it's a very, very open-minded society. It's not like Uganda. We're a little bit more conservative around here, but Kenyans are very open-minded, and they support creatives, and they really, really value and pay creatives the worthy amount that they deserve. So I was so excited to go to Kenya. And about that particular baking set, it was my biggest highlight from Kenya. Yet while shooting, I didn't even take it that serious. I didn't think it was the best of the work I had shot there. Why? There was a lot of other things that I had shot, and I was so in love with. I was like, yeah, this is really, really powerful content. This is powerful content.
Right.
But while I shot that, it came randomly.
Right.
Yeah, I was like, so they were baking. They had baked bread, like buns, and there was some more there was some flour that had been left, and there was some other things that they could bake a little bit more.
Right.
So we were like, well, we had a shoot in here. Why don't we just try out an apron shoot while someone is baking? I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So she got the stuff, the baked breads and the other things that were for baking. Then we tried to like retry the baking shoot again, and we shot that within less than 5 minutes.
Right.
Like just a few shots. Just pick them out of the oven, bring them out, and it was done.
Man. So, nkuleta kugundi eno gy'ogambye nti the term, as most people, nyinza okuba I'm a representation of many people who define you as a nude photographer.
Yeah, you're right.
So what's the right word? And fe how engeri gye tukitaaminga mundi nude photographer kitegeeza ki na tulina kugamba ki, what's the right term?
Yeah, good. So the word nude photographer isn't wrong per se, but the word nude photographer to refer to Mutumba is not right. Why do I say that? I would like to say boudoir because many of the photos I shoot are not nude. It's not complete nudity. Sometimes it's bikini, sometimes it's lingerie, sometimes it's something hiding, sometimes you get a nude photographer simanyo bawalaba koyo art wedda go bakubanga namwe I don't know, people that studied art in uni ba sketching anga abantu that's totally
natulao
natulao artists ne bamukuba ba Makaveli be bakubanga that, and there are photographers that do that. Once in a while I do it, but it's not something I really do. I do that so much. So that's what someone would call nude. Now boudoir is something that that's sensual, like sensuality. Omuntu ayinza no banga ali mu skirt ke, and it's just a little bit of skin showing up, but then they're posing in a very sensual way. That's boudoir. Like boudoir comes from a French word for a small bedroom that people used to have back in the day, women, whereby they would go to like free themselves.
You could tell kino ekintu okistadinze noki jeri so like ochi explaininga bulungi ate ne the way of execution. Waliyo page bagita
nuditivity.
Yeah, ko Twitter.
Now that's nude photography.
Yeah. Do you draw any inspiration from that?
Nuditivity, like I told you, I don't shoot too much of that. So I do get inspired by it, and with time I know I'll shoot a lot of that, but not a lot of that, I'll shoot that, but currently, and I appreciate all sorts of nudity, but there are very many pages that I derive inspiration from, especially on Instagram. There are very many awesome photographers all over the world. Yeah, so, but nuditivity is actually good, though it's not so much into my line of boudoir soft kind of work.
So, what's that thing they say? It's a thin line between love and hate.
Exactly.
And it's a thin line between what you do and...
Exactly.
Right?
You're actually very right. Why? I'll give you an example. Omuntu ayinza obanga ali mu bikini, and two people will take the photo, and one will be so erotic and the other would be sensual. Why? The difference might come from like the posing. Just the posing and the way they are breathing and the way they are looking at you. Like you direct a model in a way that give me that facial expressions. Models sometimes do it easily because they've done it so much, but you're not always shooting models. Like me, I'm not always shooting models, but I try to direct my clients to actually have that powerful look of a model. So oluusi omuntu omudirectinga mu ngeri n'agenda yeekwate wantu in a way oba na posinga in a way that's erotic, oli ye owa boudoir namudirectinga to pose in a very sensual way, a way that's very innocent, like it's innocence. You're looking at someone and they're like, wow, this is actually nice. So there's a very thin line, and you're actually very right. But you know, omuntu ayinza n'obanga they have like literally nothing on, but then the photo doesn't look wrong. Right. You get what I mean? So there's a very thin line, and it's up to the photographer to decide on how or what they want to bring out from their photos. Right.
All right. So I think it's the second time you're appearing in one of the biggest, is it like a network platform? Kilimani ladies or something?
Yeah,
because the first time was the lady baking, and the second time is like this thing of yours that has just gone viral. Yeah.
So how funny this is that Mo Botanical Gardens, if you've been there, mulimu a lot of trees, monkeys. It's like a forest basically that was preserved. Right. Yeah. Nenga mulimu streams, if you're familiar with streams, the water gesivinga, gesengeja. So via this stream, bakolawo engeri jaka pavement ne bayiwamu amayinja on the side, such that ettaka teriyingira after, or such that people have they easily walk through like a walkway. So via the walkway, area side, then there's a stream in here. So the model yeah become a stream. Now the thing is with stream water amazzi gabanga amazzi ga luzzi abali bachimeko ku mazzi mu luzzi via the well nti amazzi go luzzi gaba mateefu ate malungi naye bogali nnyamu gagira mugundi okitegeera
nene gamane
gasettinga buto kitegeera. So the thing is that mwalimu engeri y'olusenyu and stuff like that ate nga mugwamu ebikola ebivaagu like it's a forest, so ebikola bigwa into the water. So ebikola nga biguddemu temwalimu na kintu kiri awo kyoyinza kugamba tikyafu, mwalimu ebikola and then omusenyu and it was a little bit shallow nti byakulukuta gali shallow since it was wide. So the model okwebakamu n'agashieldinga gye gava egakoma wano ate nga agawa nagebaseemu. So some part gali tegateese nga si mateefu. At the beginning of the shoot when I just started, because later it becomes cleaner. So some of those images, some people, but I don't take this too serious because social media is about trolling. Like people look for a little way to troll
the tiniest bit.
So people were trolling. The only thing that kind of took me aback was that the person that started this thing of trolling about that was a friend, a person that I knew personally, someone who would have told me from Bash, what's up? Why are you putting someone in dirty water? No, it wasn't dirty water, it was this and this.
How does this thing happen? A client comes to you, over you, a client calls you, Nagamba Bash, I've seen your work. This is my idea. I want you to interpret it and put it on camera.
Yeah, chiyinza mu ngeri bbiri. Sometimes, or maybe if you say every singer, sometimes I shoot models. And most of the time you're doing collabs. With models, you do collabs. Like a collab is like an agreement between you and Mugamanti. Let's go, let's get a location, let's share costs, let's shoot, let's get great content, use it and I'll use it. That's a collab between a model and a photographer. Then abo model botero shooting antibo kyabayagala abakimanyi okolusi nawe mama wangwirwa okumanya nti yagambe kino nawe nomugamba kiri, then you add it up and see what you come up
put ideas together.
That's a model. Now for clients, normally they see the images that I post. They normally DM me via Twitter or Instagram.
But jibawe the Twitter.
Twitter it's at Mutumba MOOTOOMBER. Instagram is Bash Mutumba. BASHMUTUMBA. That's Instagram.
I could tell you're creative, Okuvanti, the way you spell Mutumba. It's like the feel, like Mutumba.
That's for Twitter, but then Instagram, it's the real Uganda spelling, Bash Mutumba. So yeah. Kati, normally they DM me and tell me, Bash, I need a shoot. Kati, what we do is, I first ask you what you have in mind. You get? What do you have in mind? What did you want to see? Or have you seen anything online, maybe on Pinterest that you loved? Tell me, even if you don't want to do exactly that.
Draw inspiration.
Such that I can have an idea of what I can see, or I can get an idea of how much you are comfortable with revealing. I never give someone any idea before I know what they're comfortable with. You have to be, you have to first tell me what you're comfortable with, then I can like give you an idea. So
you start getting creative.
When I begin to get creative, then I'll tell them, oh, okay, I've seen something in the line of what you like, and it's this and this and this. So we have that conversation maybe via WhatsApp before the shoot actually happens. So by the day
you
of
basically create a rapport between you and the client.
I create rapport between me and the client right before the shoot happens. So shoot we took it out when we've agreed about location and everything and price and what. Like she knows what to expect. She knows exactly how many people are going to be on set. If she doesn't want anyone on set, then I'll tell them I'll tell them to come like after they've done their makeup. And I'll know today I won't have an assistant. If at all it's an indoor shoot, if it's outdoor, then maybe I would bring up the idea of a female assistant, because usually for such shoots you need to have like a female assistant
to
such
keep
that
they are comfortable.
Such that they're comfortable. You don't have many male eyes looking at her, and she's so you have a female assistant.
Freaking out,
So if some people don't want anyone, so you can understand that as well. So you just be you and them.
So you na movie wandika mu budget batya. Is it like what do you sign? It's like a contract. Do you like have contractual agreements like?
Well, I can't.
First of all, do you sign any non-disclosures?
Well, I can't claim, because this is the kind of country we live in. I can't claim that for every shoot I've done, I've signed a contract. I can't claim that, because you know the kind of country we live in, it's a gig economy. Gig joke, possibly gig into a contract, unless it's a really big deal. nga erimo sente nyingi nga ziwerako. That's when you like, let's sign a contract. But most of the times these shoots, like simple shoot and happens and ends. And
word to
it's
mouth,
a bad thing. It's a bad thing. It's not good, but it's how our industry is in general. So I try to get into the contractual side whenever possible.
I think most men, like 90% bebuuza Basha akikola atya, these are naked women, how do you handle your emotions?
First off, ekintu kyokulaba omukyala ng'ali almost naked or sometimes naked, bantu bangi abakikola, if at all it's in your line of work, n'omanyira ekintu ekyo, n'omanya nti attraction is in the brain, attraction is in the mind. I'll give you an example. Gynecologists, like those people see beautiful women every single day. Sibuli agende wagaino nti abeera lubuto. There are many women that go there and they just feeling some discomfort and to check how they're doing. So they are really okay. But is like, hey, I need to so she died. No. Bagenda yo banji nga balichi. So
tumine ku Dr. Hamza tumutumideko.
It seems like Allstar. So against a gynecologist, and many of these people see these beautiful women totally the way they were born.
Right.
But do you think, okay, there are some creepy people in this world, I can't rule that out, but do you think every single gynecologist will not at all. So you're used to seeing such a thing, and you know when to tune your mind into such things. Or the families are or a girlfriend or a boy or that. So they function pretty well. So that can be an excuse. They don't function. No, they actually do function, and it doesn't spoil your functionality just seeing them. Attraction is in the brain. And I'm just shooting. There is nothing. Actually, they even feel more comfortable with you after that. People ask, how do they become so comfortable? Because they realize that actually what you're doing is you're just telling them to pause.
And you're
breathe in a little bit. Push your shoulders back. Nice. I love how you're doing it.
Because I've been on your Twitter whenever you post those series. Series of pictures. Comments zibaako kugundizo nga bakubuuza naye basi mwana woomerwa biki, like all these guys, you know.
But you know, and you can't explain to people all the time because you're going to get the same answers every single time. So chireka bulisa abantu ne bogera ne baseka ne banyumirwa, you do this. You don't even answer that because you know what people expect and what they think, but just let it go. Because that's what actually people think, but nothing to do.
So basically, chain pickings from this explanation is it's all about being professional.
Being professional and respecting your job, like respecting your job.
And that's how you're going to get more clients, because word to mouth travels. Ragamba, okay, so go akola nono guy, how is he?
How is he?
So if you act creepy,
you make very unsolicited
really
comments. You're commenting about someone's backside. You get someone's chest area. Like, you have such. No. I avoid all that. I never, and actually I even avoid contact with like models on set.
Even
if it's fixing hair, even if it's a cloth, even if it's.
That's why you have an assistant with a female.
I have an assistant who is a female who will help with that. And if there's no assistant, then I'll direct. I'd like this to be like this. I'd like that to be like that.
So they fix themselves.
They fix themselves. Most of the times I have an assistant, probably a female, like, help me hold her hair on the side, help me do, or even a makeup artist, because those are actually there many times. So I would like to see her hair this side. So you avoid that such that she notices that it's actually just a professional relationship, and it ends right at that. I shot another high-profile person too, Zari, but it wasn't. I didn't have enough time with her, so I really wish I had enough time with her and shot more work.
And
because we were two photographers. We were two photographers on set. I was hired by Talent Africa. She had her own. So I didn't get enough time, and I don't even think she posted my image. She posted the other person's images, but I love the images that I created, and I really wish, Zari, if you're watching,
she can allow you put out that.
We should do another shoot. She was fine with that because I texted her via email, and there was no problem with it because she had posted the very same images. So, I also posted the very same image that looked like the other one but taken by me. But I'm saying if we could do another shoot, Like,
Right.
yeah, her own idea, her own
Machikome,
concept.
yes, yes.
Hey, such that my brand can get even bigger than it is. It's a Mutumba MOOTOMBER. Change the spelling, not like the normal one, but yeah, that's Twitter.
Yeah.
So yeah, please hit me up, and yeah, I'll be ready to collab on
Emails.
Instagram. I'll be ready to also
You have a website?
give you the rates. Yeah, the website is Bash Mutumba, just like
Bash Mutumba.
bashmutumba.com. Yeah, that's my website. So yeah, hit me up. Let's collab. Let's create content. And
How do you get your business? Is it via Twitter DMs or do you get via website? Because I'm asking that from a perspective of most people say Instagram kills websites, but I would like to object that. I still think that a website is a
well, in this life, you really need a website to look legit. Yeah, someone needs to actually have a website. Any person, anyone needs to have a website. I personally don't get much from the website, like people ordering or asking for shoots from the website. I mainly get from Instagram and Twitter and sometimes Facebook, but mainly Instagram and Twitter. But the website is good. Like, you really need a website to just look professional. Like, just like any professional person needs perhaps a business card when you go out and someone is like, hey, what's the
You never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah, so it's a good thing to have a website. It's not, yeah, it's a good thing to have a website. Yeah.
All right, Bash.
All right, bro.
Chechimu bro, chibadde kyamaanyi nnyo.